Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, this story has all the elements in it. It has tragedy, it has heartbreak, it has a warning in it for people, as a caution, and it has an amazing story of community and people and their generosity just coming together. It has it all. So as many of you who've watched my videos over the years know, I tell people all the time, insurance. If you ask me what my number one tip is for cruising, insurance. Always have medical evacuation insurance at all times, because the most mundane things, the most easygoing things, taking a taxi to a shopping district, you can get in an accident, anything can happen, right? You never know in life. And so it's best to be covered and not end up in a situation. Well, we have a story of a family who went on their first ever Carnival cruise. Now picture this, you're going with your young family, you're planning your first cruise ever, and you can imagine just how exciting and thrilled everybody is, and they end up in this town with their children in Belize. And they're going, what do you want to do? And the kids wanted to go to the monkey sanctuary, and they wanted to go horseback riding. And you know what? I can't disagree. Those sound wonderful, especially for kids, right? Riding horses, seeing monkeys, kids and families are going to enjoy that tremendously. Unfortunately, they never got to the monkeys. During the horse riding situation, something happened. It's very unclear exactly how this happened or what, but a very freak accident where the son ended up being entangled in the horse and dragged behind the horse for about 2 miles. It had to be finally stopped by somebody jumping into a car and chasing down the horse. Not sure how fast it was going, but if you've been on this course before, these courses, you know that it's usually a rough terrain, gravel. It's not sandy beach all the time. It's rough land. And this poor 8-year-old boy from Colorado was dragged behind this horse. Obviously, he got friction burns on his back and his body. He has head trauma, and he was immediately brought to the Belize hospital. But they don't have the equipment there to look after him, like to properly do what needs to be done. So what this family needs is some way to get their son home, which is a medical ambulance airlift. And those are expensive, folks. The rough estimate is about $50,000 to fly home, and then there's going to be the cost of medical after that, right? I'm not sure how the family is set up for insurance at home, but there's going to be medical expenses while just trying to keep their son and get him healthy again and get him the care he needs. And the family, it looks like, from what I'm reading, does not have insurance. Did not have evacuation insurance. That, again, it's $100. It's $200 against $50,000 possibility or more. It does not pay to not have insurance. That one time it happens. That one time it happens. In fact, when I travel, I have 2 insurance policies. I take the one with the cruise line, and I have a yearly insurance with another insurance provider, just to make sure. However, I travel a lot. So I always want to make sure I have extra coverage, because I go to countries all over the place. I don't just travel out close to the United States. So I want to make sure I'm covered no matter what happens. So yeah, but here's where, that's the tragedy part of the story, and the warning part of the story, to always have insurance, folks. A 3-day cruise, the insurance is probably like $28, $30. Don't skimp. Don't skimp. You could slip on the pool deck and crack your head open. You can sprain your back. You can break an arm. All kinds of things. Don't skip on the insurance. So now we have the good news. The family set up a GoFundMe page trying to raise around $50,000 to bring Stefan back home to Colorado and get him the care and the proper medical treatments that he needs for long-term recovery. The good news is the GoFundMe page has already reached over $63,000. So the communities all came together. The people on the ship who heard the tragedy also came together. The families in Colorado all came together, and anyone who's watched the story automatically, your heart tugs right away. You're going on a once-in-a-lifetime experience for kids never gone on a cruise before. They're going horseback riding. Horseback riding, simple, easy. One of the most, if you go horseback riding, those horses like barely move. They just trot along. They're so used to going where they're going, but it's a freak accident can still happen. No matter how safe things seem, and usually are. Now, people have also said, why don't they sue, the horseback riding company or the cruise line? Well, the cruise line, it's a third party. It has nothing to do with the cruise line. Cruise line has nothing to do with that shore excursion. The shore excursion people didn't hand out a helmet, apparently, for anybody, which probably would have helped a great deal in this situation. And apparently is unlicensed. So you can only imagine how long going through court system would be to try and sue somebody in Belize over an unlicensed horseback riding camp. It could take years and years and years, and they would probably end up just declaring bankruptcy, and you wouldn't get any money anyway. And they'd reopen under another company name, as a lot of companies do. When you see one restaurant go bankrupt, and then you see the same location, you'll see a restaurant reopen, different type of restaurant, but surprise, surprise, it's the same owner. You kind of see that stuff all the time. But again, good news is they have raised over the $50,000 they were looking to raise. I'm not sure if he's on his way back yet, but the arrangements were being made, and hopefully young Stefan can get a full recovery. I'm not sure the extent, if he's going to need skin grafts or anything like that with third-degree burns on his back from friction, but at least now he'll be able to get some of that attention that he desperately, desperately needs. And again, I'm going to leave this with one more warning. Please do not skimp on your insurance. Do not think your credit card insurance is always going to be good enough. If you're positive it has medical evacuation and a whole bunch of other perks on it, that's one thing. But if you're assuming that I have medical coverage, and then you get into an accident somewhere off the coast of the United States and they have to medical evacuate you on a helicopter, and you find out, no, they'll treat you in the hospital, but they're not going to pay for that air ambulance that you so desperately needed. Again, insurance. Well, I hope you appreciate this story. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation. And just in case, make sure you have insurance.